Welcome back. My dear friends, thank you for viewing video number 1. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the inspirational and encouraging comments. Welcome to Red Thread Adventures video number 2. And boy, what a day have I had working on the audio for this particular video. I'm testing some different equipment, and what it is I do have a Nikon Z6 II that I use for my fine art photography. I have never ever used the video, so you are the first to see a video come off of that camera. I've owned that camera for 4 years, and again, never videoed with it. Video has not been my thing, and but I'm ready to take on that challenge. Secondly, I'm making this video, this introduction, because from the first video, I learned that I need to find a good way to start off my videos. And I was going to start off that video by showing you how I how I attach my truck to my trailer, or my trailer to my truck. And I had set up the camera, I had set up my microphone, and if you remember in video 1, there was a portion that I forgot to mic up. Anyway, I was doing all of that. In the 5.5 years that I've been attaching my trailer to my truck, nobody has ever come around. This particular day, 2 people came around, and one was a neighbor, and I had a chat with her, and I don't even know what I was chatting about, but we had a nice chat. And then a friend came along wanting to borrow something, and I was trying to act cool as a cucumber because I have my mic on and I have my camera going, and I'm trying to video how to attach the trailer to the truck. And so that all went fine. I did what I needed to do, and then I went camping. Thank you, Morgan, for your content. Oh, this is Morgan. She's adding her content to this video. She wants to spell. So she drops it, she lets it roll under my chair, and then barks for me to throw it. So here we go. So having said that, I went on my camping trip, and you'll see some of that video later, and came home and uploaded the content that I made, and realized that with the video attaching the trailer to the truck, I forgot to press record. So I have nothing from that. So here I am, again, making an introduction video to my camping trip so that you understand where we're going and what we're doing. Having said that, the challenges that I've had today and working through them, I need you to know that I am a student of the universe. This world is my universe. Whatever it throws at me, I work at accepting that challenge, like Morgan barking. I like to work at accepting that challenge and then figuring it out. Now, it might take me a day to figure things out. It might take me a few minutes to figure things out. And sometimes it takes me longer than that. I need to wrap my head around it, and that's just me. I know what I'm like, and I know what it takes. So all this technology, and I've mentioned this before, is taking me some time. And I hope you will stick with me as I learn this technology so that I can create better content for you and finesse my videos so that it's something that you enjoy and I'm proud of. Having said that, let's go camping to Loveland Bay. Now, Loveland Bay is just northwest of Campbell River, so that's where we're going to go on this video. So we'll see you up there. So we're at Loveland Bay Campground. Look how big and beautiful my campsite is. And you can see those cones. I lined the campground with cones, and I use those as my backing up markers. But I'm so thrilled This is a beautiful big campsite. It's number 40. And there I am, getting ready to back in. So we'll see if we can do this in one smooth motion. But the important part to back you up is the setup. So I'm going to go forward quite a bit and do a little bit of a setup. Okay, that is just way too funny. I met some people at Sprout Lake. Their names are Brian and Lisa Lee, and they drive an earth roamer. And they're from Texas. And I get settled into my spot here at Loveland Bay, and there they are. And it was like, oh my God, that was so exciting. So I did. I knocked on their door and disturbed them, but and said hello, and they were wondering if it was me, and I was wondering if it was them. So we're gonna catch up later and have a cocktail. So you're now viewing with me my first time ever at Loveland Bay. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and we're gonna walk together. Morgan needs a good walk. She's a very good traveler. She doesn't complain. She settles all the time in the truck. I have a water jug in the truck for her. But it was really about 2.5 hours because we left home and then I stopped in Campbell River to get a couple things that I forgot to get yesterday. And so we took care of all that and got here. The road, I'm going to say it's about 15 kilometers off the highway. So we have a fair amount of dirt to travel on, but we take it slow and steady. So here we are. There's the boat ramp at, I was going to say Sprout Lake, but that was last week. So we're at Loveland Bay. And they have a boat ramp and they have a dock. And it's absolutely beautiful here. So I'm driving down a forestry road and then I come across this beautiful site, this old trestle. And if I'm not mistaken, perhaps, just perhaps, when I was a little girl, my father drove me over this trestle. I don't know for sure, but I couldn't film this while I was driving. But isn't that stunning? I find it so beautiful. So I decided to show you a little bit of the road that I'm driving on. I don't have a platform to secure my recorder, but this is how beautiful it is. Some of these back roads are stunning. But one of the things about driving out here is I do need to be aware of logging trucks. So I'm not gonna record too long, but I just wanted to give you an idea. I should explain what I'm doing. I'm checking out recreational camping sites, and I'm specifically looking for sites that would be suitable for me to take the trailer in without banging everything up too much. Oh, and here's Burnt Beach. So this is the road into what British Columbia calls a recreation site. It's a camping site, and it's on, I believe, Crown land or privately held forestry land. And what I don't know is whether these roads are suitable for my trailer or not. And if they're suitable, the other thing I need to know is when I get to the other end, I need to know if there's no camping spots. I need to know that there's a place to turn around. So this is what I'm checking out while I'm up at Loveland Bay. And this is a bit of an amazing eye-opener for me. I'm loving it. And I'm seeing sites that may work or may not work. It's yet to be determined. So now we're going down Gosling Bay Road. I do believe this is for tenters, but there's a boat launch here. So it could be good for canoeing. If I camped at Loveland, I could come down here canoeing for a day and see what it's like. You can see how lush it is and how treed it is. Sorry for whatever bumps you're experiencing. We're at Dogwood Bay. I've been checking out some recreational sites to see where my trailer will fit. And to be honest, there's only one place, and that's Campbell Lake Recreation Site, that I would feel comfortable. But this is an amazing little spot. If I wanted to come and camp with a tent. But there's no day use at these places. They're all camping spots, so you can't come and take up a spot for day use and then leave. But it's quiet in here. Very quiet. It's like maybe a good place to come canoeing. Morgan's loving the break from the truck. Not that we've been in it that long, but it's nice for her to get out and stretch. So yeah, the thing is with the trailer, you can go down roads and think you're going to find something, but you might find at the end of that road there's not a place to turn around, or the road might be too narrow. So I've been enjoying checking out the wreck sites. In February, I checked out Cowichan Lake. Me and a few friends circumnavigated Cowichan Lake and checked out the wreck sites there. So this is the first time that I've been up in this area since I got the trailer to check things out. And I'm glad I did, because it gives me a level of comfort as to where I can and cannot go. So this is huge for me. This is huge. And yeah, it's very beautiful. It's very peaceful here. Enjoy it with me. Good morning on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is a lot different than yesterday. Yesterday it was rainy, it was windy, off and on, but it was enough to deter me from doing a few things. And so this morning here I am, drinking coffee out of my Mickey Mouse mug, and I'll tell a story about that in a future video, but not today. And I'm getting caught up in my journal. And I have a little journal that I'm writing in, and I just have to tell you this story. because when I bought my new to me truck that you can see in the background, the salesman heard my story. Well, we were chatting and I told him my story of my late husband and how he left the adventure bug with me when he passed away. And so my adventures began, and he got me this little stack of 8 little journals to track my journeys in my new truck. So I am doing that to honor Woody. And Woody is from Family Ford in Parksville, BC, and I've had the best experience there. And so today we start a new day, and we will see what it brings. So this morning, I'm going to show you my fire maple stove. It's the same idea as a jet boil, but I did some research and I liked what I read about the fire maple, and I'm going to show you how fast it can boil water. I've got it on a fairly large canister of what they call rocket fuel, and that's a mix of butane and propane. And then there's a little burner under here, and then there's the pot, and the pot fixes in to the top of the burner, like so. And I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, but I need some hot water first. So we're going to do it on the fire maple. There we go, ½ liter. I put the lid on. I have my coffee ready to go. I'm going to turn it on, and there's a push start. There we go. Oh, set my watch. And we're off. So it's not a very windy day here today. And I hope you can hear me over the sound of the stove heating the water. But it's not very windy. If it were windy, then you could set up a windshield around it. Ohuhu. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I have a couple of them for when I use my cooker outside. And I'm just going to show you what they're like. And there it is. It just opens up like so. And you can set it around. And that creates a nice wind barrier. The other nice thing about having the stove, the little fire maple outside, is that I can make my coffee outside. My coffee that I make is with an AeroPress. I really like it. It's very convenient. It fits on top of my mug, and I can make a nice smooth cup of coffee. The AeroPress doesn't make a lot of coffee, but I find it smooth. I don't have that bitter aftertaste that I get from a lot of coffees. It's boiling, and that was 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm going to turn it off and make my coffee now. It's very easy, very simple. I'm going to give my coffee a little stir and add some more water. Push down a little bit and pull up to stop it from seeping through. And then I'm going to let my coffee brew for a few minutes. So, thank you for joining me on how to use the fire maple, which is akin to the jet boil. But do your research, see if it's something that you might like. And I'm really enjoying mine. And again, one of the big perks is that I can bring it outdoors and make a cup of coffee in less than 5 minutes. And I'm loving it. Hi. So we've paddled in the canoe, obviously, to this little bay out of Loveland Bay. and going to throw the stick and have a cup of tea. So being a little cheeky, bringing a chair and my tea, but I feel like it's going to be fun, and Morgan's going to have a nice swim. She loves the water. So on my way here, I realized that I remembered to bring water. I remembered to bring my stove. I remembered to bring tea. I remembered to bring the fuel, but I forgot to bring a mug for my tea. So I'm going to have to drink out of my big pot, which might look funny, but you know what? That's okay, because it's all about learning and perfecting and going with the flow and running with your mistakes. And I do make a lot of mistakes, so have no fear about that. It already looks like a chair, just no backing. And just so you know, this is the first time that I will have put this together. Well, other than in the store when I purchased it. I made sure when I bought it that I could actually put it together. Voila! There's my chair. Well, I ran into a little glitch getting my little stove out of the... it packs all inside the container, so it's self-contained except for the fuel pack, and I packed it upside down, so I had trouble getting out. So, we're on our way now. Tea's in the making. I have a choice of 3 teas that I brought myself. We can have lemon and ginger. We can have calm chamomile. Or we can have licorice spice. And I don't know if you know about licorice tea, but the longer you let it steep, the sweeter it gets. So I'm still not sure what I'm going to choose. And look at that. Less than a minute. And my little bit of water for tea is boiling. Here comes Morgan with her stick. She's got retriever in her, and she will go fetch. But I've yet to find a way to teach her to drop her stick at my feet. Well, folks, I think this is going to be the wrap up of this video. We've had a great time at Loveland Bay. And if I didn't mention it before, Loveland Bay is west of Campbell River on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. It's been lovely here. I honestly can't wait to come back. The trees are beautiful. We've done some canoeing. We've done some exploring. And I can't wait for you to join me again. So, friends, until we meet again, promise me you'll live your best life from this day forward. I think I mentioned in my debut video that being a take 25.